Hi guys, welcome back to 100% Max. So I hope you're all staying safe and well out there. And of course, I come at you again today with more Newcastle United news on the channel. This time we're going to be talking about the recent news circulating around about PIF. Of course, PIF have been in active business since taking over Newcastle United, and not just only at Newcastle United but also elsewhere as well. And that's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. Of course, Saudi Arabian PIF, the public investment fund that do own Newcastle United, 80% of the stakes, of course, in our club, has been very active outside of Newcastle United, in the fact of course, a article put out by Newcastle World, Jordan Cronin of Newcastle World, of course, tweeting about it on his Twitter account and saying NUFC's majority owners PIF has committed £2 billion to new long-term football sponsorship deals. Of course, there is a little snippet from the article written by Jordan Cronin of Newcastle World, but I will put, of course, the full link to that article down in the description below if you want to go check it out for yourself. It is a pretty decent read, and it lets you know a little bit more about what PIF are doing outside of Newcastle United as well. But that snippet, of course, reads as follows. As per the Financial Times, PIF stated in its most recent financial statement that it had entered into sponsorship agreements with multiple football clubs amounting to SAR 8.75 billion. That, of course, amounts to £2.1 billion in the first 8 months of this year. Rather than being directly named as a sponsor, PIF has put forward companies it owns. For example, Rushan, a real estate firm owned by, of course, PIF, and has a 5-year agreement to sponsor the Saudi Football League. So that's just one of quite a few multiple sponsorship deals that are being done by PIF. Can we see something similar, being done at our club? Who knows? It looks like this could be something that we could see being done. Obviously, we are in line to get a brand new main shirt sponsor for next season after, of course, that Funny 8 deal has been cut short in an agreement with Funny 8 by the new owners. Of course, to cut that deal short, could we be seeing possibly as well a new kit maker as well for Newcastle, as Castor have been very unpopular, among us Newcastle United fans for very bad service that they've been given to us fans. There's been a lot of delays on people not getting their shirts in time when they've been, pre-ordering them. There's been a lot of people getting their shirts and, the shirts not being designed the right way. Castor logos upside down, Newcastle United not spelt right, stitchings loose here and there. So maybe we could see a new kit maker as well coming in Newcastle United for next season. I'd love it to be Adidas. I'd love it to return back to the old days, of the 90s when we had Adidas as the kit makers. I mean, they made some absolutely beautiful kits for Newcastle United. One, that goes straight to mind for all Newcastle United fans is, of course, the duo of the Entertainers kits. Of course, absolutely fantastic kits, probably some of the best kits still around, in memory for most football fans. When they think of Newcastle United, everybody thinks of that absolutely brilliant duo of the home and away kit from the Entertainers period. Fantastic shirts by Adidas. So maybe we could see Adidas come back into the realms of Newcastle United kit making. Who knows? It would be nice to see. But this is, like I say, just one of many sponsorships that PIF are doing outside of Newcastle United. And like I say, could we possibly see something similar happening for us for sponsorships going into the next season after this season ends, of course. Also, I do want to give a shout out and pay me respects as well to a fallen Newcastle United fan. I did say to Lee Taylor, who watches the channel, of course, that I would pay me respects to, of course, he Newcastle United fan who has been die-hard, dedicated to the core of Newcastle United. Of course, he was the guy responsible for helping War Flags get the massive flag from Poland. And of course, he has supported Newcastle United up and down the country. And sadly, of course, he passed away. That person is, of course, Neil Templeman. And I do want to, show me support to his family and friends. Of course, to War Flags as well, as he was a massive contributor to the War Flags movement at Newcastle United. And of course, War Flags as well put out a tweet in support and, to respect their fellow, compatriot. And of course, that tweet read as follows: "We're absolutely devastated to learn of the loss of Neil Templeman, a huge supporter of the Flags, a massive Newcastle fan, both home and away. Famously let us use his van to pick up a flag from Poland. Fought with Neil's family and friends, and of course, that 5-1 win at the weekend was dedicated to Neil." So again, yet another Newcastle United fan that has fallen from this parish, and hopefully he's up there in heaven right now looking down, and hopefully will enjoy the road that Newcastle United are about to go on over the next 10 to 15 years. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Maybe even before then, we can get some silverware under our belts, because we are looking absolutely electric right now. And one of the main people behind that electric feeling that is going around Newcastle United is Eddie Howe. He's been absolutely a breath of fresh air since coming into the club. The players as well, of course, the likes of Kieran Trippier, Dan Burn, Matt Targett, Chris Wood, Bruno Guimaraes, Nick Pope, Sven Botman, even Alexander Isak as well, when he starts getting going into even some of the lads that were already at the club, like Joe Linton as well, Callum Wilson, Miggy Almiron. There's just so many that we can name that have revitalised this team, moved this team into a direction that now we can all be supportive of. Owners as well, who really care for the club, and I've said this on many videos, they really respect the area. They have a lot of love for the fans, and they want to listen to what us fans want as well, and we want to listen to what they want as well. This is a partnership at the end of the day, and there's two sides to that coin, and we're going to be moving forward together, which is nice to see. Something you don't see much in football, owners and fans getting along. Usually there's always some sort of bad blood there between the owners and the fans, but it's completely different. These owners are fantastic. They know what they want, they know what us fans want, and they also listen to what us fans put across, as well as we listen to what they put across as well. But quick video there, just to talk about that PIF investment elsewhere in the world of football. Of course, that's a big amount, £2.1 billion being spent around on getting multiple sponsorships, to different places as well. So, like I say, in closing, maybe this is something we can see happening at us, next season. Maybe we can see maybe a company owned by PIF coming in as a sponsorship, or maybe they'll look for some other avenue to go down. Who knows? We're looking at getting a new main shirt sponsor for next season, and there could be talk as well about a new kit maker as well. Like I say, Castor aren't really impressing us Newcastle United fans with the way their customer service has been, the way their production of the shirts has been as well. It's been pretty shoddy, and when you're the best team, the richest team in the world, you want the absolute best, and the owners want the absolute best, and I'm sure they're not going to be willing to accept what Castor are putting out. Either Castor, put up and start producing better quality, or I think they could be definitely for the chopping block next season. But let us know your thoughts down in the comments below as well. And of course, I'll see you all in the next one. However, lads.